I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. Such an original song.
It's nice.
Like, the lyrics are
The
quite...
Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Toronto.
I know.
So gay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Justin Gerhard. I am the host of the Gay Man channel, and this is my weekly vlog, Gay for Justin. Yay! We have a very special guest today, Mr. Michael Montez.
Hi, everybody.
He's never done a vlog before.
I haven't.
Have you not? No. It's the first time. So we're popping the cherry today, and metaphorically speaking. Michael, what are you doing right now in life?
I'm doing my PhD in philosophy.
And you get to teach a little bit too.
I do.
That's cool.
It's a lot of fun teaching.
Yeah. The class that you're teaching is called
The Meaning of Life.
Like that is loaded.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It's a philosophy course, but it's a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. We've had a few different episodes about coming out, but we want to talk about the actual phrase coming out of the closet. That's not something I feel like we hear all the time anymore,
No.
but it's still connected to the phrase coming out.
Yes. It's a metaphor, right?
Mhm.
So it's supposed to be, before you tell everybody that you're gay, you're living a little bit of a secretive life.
Are you gay?
I'm gay. By the way.
By the way, Michael's gay too. Just thought I'd clear that up in case anybody was wondering.
Just
And
so we know.
I really hope Mr. Tarzan over there is gay too. There's a guy doing some slackline stuff over there. He's got long hair. It's blowing in the breeze, and he's not wearing a shirt.
He looks exactly like Disney Tarzan. It's a metaphor that your life's a secret.
Yeah.
You have to hide who you are.
Right.
And a place where you hide things is a closet.
Right. Deep, dark closets.
Yeah.
I think we want to shift away from that.
Yeah. I think so too.
It's not as hard as it used to be.
Yeah. I never used even the words coming out because I don't want to think of myself as having been in a closet. It seems so confining.
I get why that was created then.
Yeah.
Because for some people it is really challenging to be in the closet. And I remember, can you imagine going back into the closet?
Yeah. No.
No.
I don't know. I think I'm also very lucky. I never felt confined.
Right.
Before.
So that's also maybe why that phrase doesn't work for you.
It doesn't apply to me, and that's the thing that sometimes it doesn't apply to people, right? Hopefully, young kids today,
Exactly.
growing up, maybe with the support of their family and society, they don't ever really need to feel badly before.
Or the coming out process for them is literally just saying, hey, I'm going on a date, it's with Tyler.
Exactly.
And that's coming out. It doesn't need to be a production, it doesn't need to be dramatic. It's literally just saying who you're going on a date with.
We want to maybe try and change the intention.
Yes.
So that even if you do have a negative experience being in the closet, it's hard to even talk about this without using the metaphor.
Let's change the way we even say when something's in the closet, when you're hiding a part of yourself.
Exactly.
Because that's really what it is.
Right. Instead of drawing that negative comparison, focus on the positive.
I'm already out, you're already out. There's
Yeah.
people watching this video that aren't out, that are in places where they don't feel comfortable coming out. And so I feel like part of the discussion then is about how do you prepare, how do you start talking about it a little bit more, who can you talk to it more about?
Yeah.
Finding a safe place to do that. So if you don't feel like you're living your most authentic life, I feel like that's a better way to describe actually what's going on.
Yeah.
Rather than using this little term that is a metaphor. If you have any metaphor ideas, put it in the comments, because we also are just here to start the conversation.
Yeah.
Another thing I think is important that I've talked about with a few people recently is the importance of somebody who is in the spotlight
Yes.
coming out. Their argument sometimes is that, you know what? It's not my problem if somebody else is having an issue with coming out. It's not for me to worry about, so I'm not gonna do it. I get that to an extent. However, we live in 2015 and we're not at a place yet where everybody just feels honky-dory about coming out of the closet. I mean, if you live in Toronto or big cities, yeah, it's a little easier, but there's still a lot of people that live in places in Canada and the States that you're scared for your life to come out. So what I think is important is that the people that are famous do come out and do be vocal about it, because that is what shifts the focus away from it being such a negative thing.
Yeah.
If Kevin Spacey comes out of the closet, then all of a sudden, all the people that love Kevin Spacey have to rethink, do I really like Kevin Spacey and does this really matter? So you've all of a sudden shifted the focus for tons of people that care about this man's life. And that's why it's so powerful when somebody like Ellen and Portia are vocal and are open about their relationship with each other, so that we see that, and girls everywhere are like, well, if Ellen can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Not being afraid to show that picture of you with your boyfriend.
Right.
Because you chose to be in the spotlight, in a sense. Like, that's part of what you're saying yes to. So I think part of that, with that comes a certain amount of responsibility.
Exactly, yeah. Even having like your channel and having you, or if I tell my my students or something like that, just to see that like people in their lives who are positive role models, teachers, whatever, just gives them like a frame of reference to see, like, understand.
We used to think there was like, this is what defines you as gay.
Yeah.
And now we see that there are so many other versions. We shift the stereotypes that have already been created about like what a gay person looks like, feels like, talks like.
So there's different ways of coming out.
Yeah.
And so it's not a standard. There's no standard script anymore. I don't think.
No.
And then that's why.
That's the words coming out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why even using the phrase coming out of the closet might not work anymore.
Exactly.
Because, like you said, like your brother, like, what is this? You come out in and out of the closet a bunch of times, depending on the circumstances or gender, identity.
Yeah.
It can change. And so we maybe need a more fluid description.
Exactly. Something that more people can relate to. And that may mean even working towards a place where we don't use the language at all. There's no language needed, because you don't have to literally come out to everybody. Actually, you know what's interesting? I feel like I'm sort of on the brink of when I was thinking about coming out, closet was still very much a part of the phrase. Whereas now, for you and maybe even my brother and my sister, there was no closet to come out of, because they just were finally telling everybody around them who they wanted to be with.
But the phrase was still coming out.
Exactly.
And so that's maybe the second step after dropping the closet, is dropping just the coming out part.
Yeah. Whoa. Yepers. I am feeling great now.
Thanks for that, park people.
Thank you. Whoever is enjoying that.
So I think the reason that we were kind of thinking about these steps is because we really want to like empower people.
And we want the process of what we're still calling coming out to empower you. That it's something that you feel powerful about because you finally get to share who you really are.
Yeah.
And be happy about it and be proud about it.
Thank you. Thanks you.
You did it.
This was so fun.
It was awesome. Comment below if you have any suggestions about what you think that we should use instead of the word coming out, or if you think that we should also just get rid of the word altogether. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Sure.
I'll put Michael's information if you want to follow him on Instagram. Love you all, and y'all stay fabulous now. Woo! Bye-bye.
Humidity is rising, barometer's getting low. According to all sources,